Hello and welcome back to Release Party, where I'm looking at my script for this episode and it says, I hope you had an excellent, restful Thanksgiving, which should give you a pretty good idea as to when I wanted to have this out, but clearly I am this thing called lazy. I definitely took an unexpected break from the show, but like I said 3 months ago, last episode, we have a really interesting project for you today. So let's take a look at Raise the Roof, a collaboration album by Robert Plant and Alison Krauss. Now, if the name Robert Plant sounds familiar, there's certainly no mystery as to why. The man has maintained superstar status for more than 50 years for his time as the lead vocalist of Led Zeppelin, widely considered the godfathers of hard rock, and rightfully so. After the band's breakup in the wake of drummer John Bonham's untimely death, Plant embarked on a rather successful solo career and in the late 90s began exploring folk rock and similar styles of music, until in 2007 he began collaborating both on stage and in the studio with historically acclaimed and renowned bluegrass singer Alison Krauss, who wasn't even born until after the release of Zeppelin's third album. The record they recorded together, Raising Sand, featured material by a slew of lesser-known country writers and netted the duo 5 Grammys. Leaving fans clamoring for more until now, almost 15 years later, they've brought us the follow-up, Raise the Roof. Anyways, enough flapping my gums about it. Here are the bitter 8th and 9th tracks on the album. The first one is called You Led Me to the Wrong, and the second one is called Last Kind Words Blues. Here they are.
To my very last few words before they let the scaffold down. A man has to fight for what he thinks is right, even if it puts him in the ground. Even if it puts him in the ground. Led me to the wrong. The Mississippi River, you know it's deep and wide. I can stand right here, see my babe from the other side. What you do to me, baby, never gets out of me. I may not see you after I cross the deep blue sea.
And there's You Led Me to the Wrong and The Last Kind Words Blues by Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. Overall, I have to give Raise the Roof a well-earned 8 out of 10. Robert Plant, despite being well into his 70s, sounds amazing, and though he might not have the range or the energy he did as the golden god that he was in his prime, he's aged naturally and gracefully as a singer, and he still very much sounds like himself. And Alison Krauss continues decade after decade, project after project, to be a masterful and increasingly versatile vocalist and a solid fiddle player too, and this album is no different. Alison is the winner of the third highest number of Grammys held by a single person ever, and it's no question as to why. And together, these two, though vastly different in their backgrounds come together to create something truly amazing. Their voices were made for each other, and the molding of their styles forms a killer body of work with a unique dynamic progression. The album begins dark and mystifying, pulling you in close, and then moves to its unconventional ebb and flow, taking you on a journey full of unexpected sonic twists and serious displays of musical proficiency throughout. This is another kind of atypical record that's more than worth a listen. Anyways, that's all the time we have for episode 5 of Release Party. Thanks a ton for listening as always, and be sure to subscribe to the Squall YouTube channel right here. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Anyways, I will see you guys right back here in 2 weeks' time. Take care.